Happy holidays, everyone. I know it's been forever since you've seen me release any sort of video blog. I always video blog, I just never release them. And I am going to open up the new year differently this year. I want to start getting back into it just because of all the wonderful comments that I've received. People have said that they really are grateful for my honesty and just the information that my previous videos have released. When I video blogged, I was in college, and I've been out for many, many years, um, working on other things. I have a lot of projects in the works that is all through EDSers United, the foundation that I formed while I was still a student at Rutgers. So now that I'm no longer a student at Rutgers, and um, it's been quite a journey since graduation, I I'm happy where I am and in my home and just in my current state. I'm very content with where I am and where things are going. So I'd like to start things off with that. I wanted to end the year, the 2015 year, with at least one video because I know so many people have been pressing me to be like, yeah, just start video blogging again. Like we want to know you're still alive, essentially. So I posted actually a comment on one of my videos, like because a comment said, "Oh, when's your next video? Like, why'd you stop posting?" And I posted that I do plan on coming back and regularly posting again and things of that nature. So here I am. I didn't want the year to end without at least one video updating you guys that I do plan on posting related issues to what's going on in the community and in my life and things of that nature. I was really, really, really sick. That's why I stopped posting, and it it was a brutal time in my life, and I survived it. I'm happy to be alive. I'm making the most of my life and enjoying every second of it. I'm getting back to my former health before the illness, and I lost a lot of weight. I'm gaining it back. If you follow me on Instagram, you can kind of see what I've been up to in the past couple of years, and and just see kind of my transformation. Like I was so skinny, and I'm still skinny, but I'm not like to the point where people are like, "Are you okay?" type of skinny. So people are even my hair is growing back. A lot of it had fallen out, and so it's still thinner than than it was, not before the my condition the before I got sick, but it's coming back, and I can't wait for it to be full and thick again. There's just there's just been a lot of changes, a lot of life lessons, and a lot of great things, a lot of wonderful things happening. And I'm ecstatic, and I know 2016 is going to be an amazing year. It's going to be so great for EDSers United, for the EDS community in general, and for the rare disease community. There's just so much in the works and so much happening that it's our year to shine, essentially, as chronic pain sufferers, as silent orphan rare diseases. It's just 2016 is really going to be a good year. I'll do my best to post videos regardless of how I'm feeling. I still go in and out of not being fully functional. Right now, I'm fairly functional. I'm sitting on my couch instead of in my office, but on the really, really good days, I'll do videos in my office so it could look more professional. Right now, this is all just lounging and being a little low key and relaxed. Um, I'll I'll post some informational videos regarding what we know to this point about ehlers-danlos syndrome and rare diseases, and what we've been learning through the patient registry that EDSers United has, and and just all the advancements. Like right now, if you want to learn more about EDSers United and just Ehlers-Danlos syndrome in general, you can go to edsers.com or .org. You can pretty much look up what is EDS. You can look up, do I have EDS? That pretty much has a list of the signs and symptoms. If you already know about EDS, you can go to the research library and you can read up on all the scientific literature that has been published related to EDS. And there's just constant information being uploaded, even with the in the news thing, that the in the news page we have, whenever EDS hits the news in a very significant way, then it's posted in the archives or the that page. So right now 2015 is getting ready to go into the archives, and we're going to be posting the 2016 newsletters once they start formulating. So that's pretty much it for now. I'm wishing everyone a happy holidays, a happy new year, and just to stay tuned for future videos. I'm really gonna try and stay up on it. There's like I my schedule is kind of crazy, and I do have limited energy capacities. So I'll do my best to make it regular. But please bear with me. As healthy as I may appear physically, I really do struggle, and I that's one topic I definitely want to talk more about how, regardless of how just healthy someone may appear physically, that you can't assume that they don't have limitations, especially if they're communicating to you that they have. And that's something that just the general population needs more education on. And I get it. Like, there are lazy people out there. There are people trying to take advantage of the system. They're trying to take advantage of the people around them and trying to gain as much sympathy as they possibly can. That's not everyone, though. And you can't, the same way you don't want someone bringing on baggage onto you, you don't want to take and stereotype someone else just because, of other people. So that's essentially a lot of what I've been dealing with. Even like a small story, when I was having a really, really rough day. I needed to get something real quick to eat. So I decided to go to Smash Burger. And the the parking lot was fairly full, but there were some parking spots like far away, and then there was the one handicap spot. Now, when I can walk, if the spots are far away, I won't even risk it, just because my left knee is not to the point where I can handle long walks safely, especially when there's concrete. Like, it's like a roller coaster feeling. Like, every step is dangerous. Like, if I'm walking inside, it's a little bit safer, because if I fall on that floor, chances of me getting ripped up isn't as high as walking on the concrete outside with gravel and everything. Like, I'm gonna cut myself up if I fall. So certain spaces I won't take, and I'll go into the handicap spot. But if there's a close regular spot, then I'll take that, so that I don't even have to worry about people looking at me like, why'd you park there? But when there really isn't a close regular parking, I have to go in the handicap spot. Sometimes I'll just leave if I really be like, no, I'll just come back another day. I don't want to have to deal with these people. I don't want to have to deal with anyone asking me anything. But that day I had to eat something because I hadn't eaten for a very long time, and I want to keep up my weight. So I park in the spot. This is at Riverside Square Mall in New Jersey. And this police officer comes up so recklessly, like almost bashes my car in, and like blocks like parks right beside my car so that I can't get out of my car. Like he parked so close I couldn't open my door without without pretty much hitting his car. So I'm just wow, now I can't even get out of my car until he moves his car. And so I'm trying to figure out, and then he just sits in his car. He's not even trying to move or trying to get out of his car and question me about, if I'm parking there or not. He wants me to try and figure my way out of the car and try and get out of my car with his car parked so close. So I'm a skinny girl. So I prop open and I'm seeing if I can get out without hitting his car, because I already know he's gonna jump on me as soon as he can see that I can walk. Because apparently they think only parking spots are for people with wheelchairs. The handicap spots are only for people with wheelchairs. But so I take my time and make sure I don't, hurt myself in the process. And I crack my door open and there's enough room for my body to like make it through. So I can't open the door all the way or else I'll hit his car. So I open it up enough for me to get out. And then I make sure I have all my heating pads and everything that I need. And I close it and then I start my going to Smashburger. He walks up to me. First he walks up to my car, and then he's like he's looking at my handicap hang tag. And I was like, and then I look at him and I'm like, okay. And he's like, excuse me. I'm like, yes. And he's like, the person that's handicapped has to be in that car. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, so is the person that's handicapped in the car? I'm like, I'm the only person in the car. So are you asking me that if I'm handicapped? And he's like, yeah. And he's also looking me up and down to trying to like decipher if what my reason for being handicapped is. And so I'm just like, yes, the person that's handicapped is in the car, is in that car. And he's like, well, can I see some ID? So I'm like, all right. And then I pull out the ID and I give it to him. And then he's like, thank you. And like pissed off. And at that point I was facing the decision of, do I waste my energy educating him on what entitles me to that space? Or do I just let it marinate in him that not everyone that may look handicapped has the ability to legally park there? And so I'm just like, know what? I'm so tired. I can't. I need to get something to eat. I didn't even bother explaining it to him. But I just took back my ID, put it back in my wallet, and kept walking. And I was just, the way he came up to me, he came up to me so hostile that I didn't want to communicate with him. I could already feel that he would have drained my energy from me. So I just decided not to indulge in it. But I want people to understand, like, you don't have to have, even though the sign has a person sitting in a wheelchair, you don't have to have a wheelchair. You don't have to have even a cane or crutches to have to park in the handicap spot. Like, there are so many reasons why I qualify for a handicap spot. It's ridiculous. I do my best to not look handicapped. I will go out of my way to not look any sort of disabled. A lot of people, they wear their braces over their clothes, or even when they have a back brace, they'll put it over their clothes so that people can see it, so that nobody, I guess, bothers. Or I don't know, sometimes they want sympathy, sometimes they don't want to be bothered by parking in handicap spots, so they'll just make their braces appear visible. For me, I hide my braces because I don't want people, I want to blend in. I want to, I don't want to advertise what my issues are. I shouldn't have to not be attacked. So I put my braces under my jeans. Sometimes when I'm wearing yoga pants, I can't hide it because yoga pants are tight. So I put it outside of my yoga pants. But my yoga pants, I always wear black ones, and my brace is black, so it blends in nicely. And that people tend to really not like that. Like, if you're ill, you must look ill. People think that I actually had a friend, an old friend that's not a friend anymore. He chose not to be my friend. He thought I was fake. He said that he's like, "How come you're always smiling? Like, just knowing your situation makes your smiles look phony." And I'm just like, what? Wow. So just because I am chronically ill, yes, I'm in pain every day. Yes, I have to take medication in order to function. I can't be happy. I can't enjoy life because I'm sick. That is messed up. That's a messed up mentality, that I can't smile and enjoy myself because my life seems so horrible to you. Like, what? I'm not entitled to happiness. I'm not entitled to smile. And the thing that's so sad is that a lot of the people with my condition, or even similar conditions that cause the same symptoms, they've embraced that idea. They've embraced it like, well, I don't want to come off phony, and my life is very difficult, so I'm not going to smile. When I take pictures, I'm going to look as sad and pitiful as possible. I'm going to just looks like I'm just having such a rough time. And that's what all their pictures look like. All their pictures look like depressing. Like, they just don't have one happy moment in their lives. And that's not reality. If if that's your reality, I am so sorry for you that you cannot find, and you cannot see the beauty of life, where your physical ailments are you're so consumed with them that you cannot find 1 ounce of happiness in your life. The fact that you're here and that you're capable of surviving this should extract some sort of contentment from you. But I get needing to have to conform to society's demand for you to look as horrible as you can, so that you don't have to deal with people's um, attacks. And that's all it is trying to deflect from attacks, trying to deflect from people saying, "Oh, well, why all of a sudden are you smiling this picture, but then you look so sick in that picture?" That was even on TV in one of the housewife shows. One of the women is dealing with like a lot of messed up symptoms that, they still don't know what she has. And people are questioning whether she's really sick or not. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, this is an opportunity to inform people. Just because you're sick doesn't mean you should go through life moaning and groaning. And life becomes more enjoyable when you amplify those happy moments, when you fully enjoy yourself, when you're in a place of contentment and joy. And why not snap a picture of it so that you can reflect on it? Why then be scared to show those pictures because society's thinking, is she really sick? She looks really happy in this picture. Like, really? we have to now conform to your idea of sick so that you can feel better about me being sick. Like, what is that? Like, really try and think of, like, I understand when it's not your reality, when you're not the one dealing with these symptoms. I get how it's hard to understand that, like, oh my gosh, if I was dealing with chronic pain every single day, I would never be happy. I'd never be able to find a moment to smile. You don't know that because you're not dealing with chronic pain every day. You cannot say what you would do if you were dealing with something that you're not dealing with. You have no clue until you have to deal with it. And that's the reality of the situation. So, let's try and not pass judgment on people. Let's try and, entertain the possibility that someone actually that doesn't look disabled, that might actually look pretty good, parking in a handicap spot is disabled. Now, granted, if you see someone park in a handicap spot and then they run into the store and run out like there's some athlete, you might want to question that one. But if the person is taking their time and, just appears healthy to you, then you might want to reserve that judgment a little bit. So, yeah, I got on a little rampage with my first video. But that's pretty much what is to come. All right. Happy New Year, everyone.